So take us through the art of deep snapping.
So I think what I tell all the kids that kind of come through in the camps and in the summer and stuff is that snapping's trying to just make that same one motion really repeatable. Kind of pull straight to the knees and then a clean, consistent follow through. It's not getting bored doing the same thing every time.
Gotcha. And just what have you seen from Tyler and Randy this season individually?
Both Tyler and Randy have done a great job this season. I think they've both found their way of doing it and been really consistent in their methods of approaching it. Randy being that really methodical kicker that's going to kick a little bit every day, and like he talked about in his press conference, doing everything with intentionality. And I think Tyler's done a great job of not letting any outside stress get to him and just really going out there and being his own guy and trusting and believing in his ledge.
Any other questions? We'll go front row on the right side to Brent.
Did you grow up? I know your dad, of course. Is your mother an Aggie as well?
She's a Raider,
Okay,
unfortunately.
gotcha. Red Raider?
Yep.
Gotcha, okay. So what was that like growing up in that family and the encouragement, I guess, and did your father influence you in any way to pick A&M?
So the first Texas A&M football game I remember going to was actually the 2011 A&M versus Texas game. So we were right there on the south end zone in the bleachers, and so grew up an Aggie, loved A&M my whole life, and so that's really how I got into lawn snapping. Is I found that I wasn't going to be able to do anything else and be able to get to college. I was too short, not fast enough, and so I wanted to find a way to play at the college level and do what I always dreamed of doing, and that's how I got into lawn snapping. So I think that was kind of the family helping me along.
Sure. We'll go back to Brent.
Then how special is it that you get to take part then in the next game since between A&M and Texas?
Oh, I'm really excited for it, for sure. Yeah, crazy night, but I try not to look too far ahead. Just look at New Mexico State, and we'll get there when it gets there.
So you kind of buy into that idea. Coach Slocum used to tell us if you want your kid to play college football, teach him to snap.
For sure. Especially if you're 5'10" and not very fast.
We'll go back to Alex on the second row on the left side.
So how old were you in 2011 when you went to that game?
I would have been 9 years old, I guess.
So you were right there when the Tucker, made that field goal, huh?
I do. Funny enough, that's the only two plays I really remember. I remember Colt McCoy on the scramble down the field, and I remember the kick going through, and I don't remember much else.
Do you remember what you were feeling when you're going back to the car?
Not very excited. I remember a Texas fan running down from the bleachers, and
Tyler's really just busted onto the scene. What stands out to you about the way he's able to punt and the way he's able to do things with that ball?
I think Tyler's got incredible ledge strength, I think. And he's done an incredible job doing it with quickness and with hang time. And I think that ledge strength's an incredible weapon of his, and just to trust himself and keep out there doing what he does.
We'll go toward the back of the room on the right side to Chip.
So, Jacob, do you have hopes or designs that you might be able to do this at the next level?
For sure I want to. And I think it's just making that same repeatable motion every time. And I think something that's overlooked and not really well known in snapping is that in college you can release down the field before the ball snapped, and that's not an illegal man downfield. In the NFL, that is. And so everything in the NFL is a snap and blot scheme. And so this year we're a snap and blot scheme, so I think that's been really good to kind of get exposure to that type of snapping and blocking.
So what's it like playing a position that the only time people look up your number is if you screw up?
Well, at first I was going to say it's a lot like a pitcher in a way in terms of mindset, but I guess it's pretty different in that pitchers can do good and not screw up as well. But that way it kind of goes back to in high school. I also played center, and so kind of the same type of thought process. And with a lineman, you only get looked at a lot if you screw up. So especially at the high school level. So obviously I couldn't play O-line here, so I found a niche in snapping.
We'll go back to TV row on the left side to Tyler.
Jacob, what's Levi Hancock like? Do you, working with him and just, have you kind of helped him kind of acclimate to the team and everything?
Levi Hancock's been great. Kid's an incredible athlete. Does a great job. Obviously, a local guy. Well, a lot of times there's a lot of downtime in the specialist room. So after we've got all the kicking done for the day, and you can't hit a crazy amount because then you'll start to get people's legs hurting and stuff. So we'll do stuff to just stay moving, kind of get like cardio in, I guess. And so you'll have that's when you'll get like a 3-on-3 football going, and we'll have Levi throw the ball, and it spins different out of his hand compared to any of the other specialists for sure. And I think Levi's progressed a lot in snapping in the past year. He's improved year in, year out, and that's really a testament to his work ethic and how he approaches every day.
Yeah, I mean, do you see him kind of, the way he's progressed, be able to kind of step into to be a starter someday?
I think for sure. I think obviously that's not my call, and I hope I wish nothing but the best for him. I think can for sure do that. I think he'll have a future here for sure.
We'll go third row on the left side to Luke.
So is Jackson Graham your brother?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So what's it like having him on the team and playing alongside him once again after high school?
So, matter of fact, it's the first time I've ever really played with him. We were always too far apart in age, so when I came to A&M, he was just starting his freshman year of high school. So it's been really cool, the first time to ever truly get to be on the same team with him and play with him. So it's been cool to mentor him as well and teach him how to snap.